Second yell.
Welcome to the Gamers Inn, our very, very early morning, very special edition of the Gamers Inn podcast. We are here on Saturday, October 20th, doing our Extra Life Marathon special. So this is our first check-in to say hello to everyone and explain what we're doing. So first of all, hello, Ryan.
Hello, Jocelyn. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good. My coffee is cold. See? Look at that. Too big a mug.
Mine is too. My Shark Frenzy mug from Discovery Channel. Live life like every week is Shark Week, Ryan. Every week.
I do. I live as though every week is Shark Week because I don't like swimming, so I just don't go in the water. So that's how I roll.
Yes, so you will notice that this morning I have my hardcore gamer hair done, my nerdy nerd glasses, and my Extra Life t-shirt. See? Woo! Life of the party? That's right.
That's awesome. I have a shirt too. I don't have an Extra Life shirt, but I do have this sick-ass Mario shirt. You can see
nice.
Mario in all of his suits. It's the only video game shirt I have, which is kind of sad, really.
It is. And since it's such early morning, everyone is going to have to just bear with me because I'm totally forgetting to do things like, switch the video between the two of us. It's just sitting on me forever. And so, yeah, it's going to be a rough morning, but I'm excited.
Ashley's passing something to me from the offside. She's passing me a Kleenex box because she wants, and it's themed Mario, but I mean, I think really what she passed me this for is so Jocelyn could then talk about the standings for Extra Life, because you're gonna need a Kleenex because you were pretty upset this morning when I showed you our how we're doing.
I'm so upset. I can't even believe it. I was on top for so long, guys. It was like a month. And now I am third, and Ryan's only $4 behind. It's just...
Yeah, you burn through your... I refresh the page, and all I can hear in the background is that stupid noise. But yeah, you burn through your easy donations. Now you gotta work for them. You gotta work for them. Whereas,
it's all right, Ryan. I know how to work for my money. Don't you worry.
I'm being told what? Yeah, Joel just told me don't even touch that one. I'm not gonna touch that joke. That joke. I keep resting my chin on our lower third. I can't do that. That's for later when it's like 4 a.m.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God, you can't be resting already, dude. We're screwed. So first up, we have Paul Swickard is going to play Torchlight 2 with us, which I'm excited because I've never played before. It's literally I brought up the screen and it's start new game, so should be fun. I don't know how it works. I hope I can just jump in with you guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to like power level.
You know what? I don't even think we've. I haven't started either with Torchlight 2, so.
Oh, good! I'm glad I'm not the only one who is completely behind.
Well, to be honest, I saw you were in there, and then that immediately reminded me that people don't want to watch me install Torchlight 2. So you know how Steam, you have to like run stuff first off. So that's what I did. I figured that's.
I did that yesterday. So I was all set yesterday, which I'm pretty proud of myself for remembering that at 5 p.m. after 12 hours of shift.
Yeah. But speaking of games, are we ready to start this thing off?
I think we're ready to go. So everyone can find our Extra Life page at bit.ly/TGI Extra Life, and you can go and donate to anyone, but you should probably help me out because, as Ryan mentioned, I'm slipping. So, give me a hand. Or anyone else on the team, because they're all supporting fantastic hospitals, and we are doing this for the children. It's for the children.
The kids, as I like to call them. I don't want to get too formal with them.
I see. All right, so let's end this broadcast and get our game on. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
And we're live with the Gamers Inn. This is our first check-in after actually playing games. So joining me right now is Paul Swickard. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Jocelyn. We played video games.
We did play the video games. Paul was up extremely early. Paul woke up at, 5 a.m. your time or 6 a.m. or something ridiculous to come play?
Like 5:30.
That's insane. And also, we have my always co-host, Ryan Murphy. How are you feeling?
Sleepy.
You
I wanna
can't
go
be
to bed.
sleepy.
Let's take a nap. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Freaking
awake.
Over.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm just making a joke at your behest. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna nap. I'm actually not tired. I'm more awake than I was when we started the show, though.
As am I. I couldn't believe how sleepy I was, and it was like 10 a.m. my time, which is, I should have been up and going hours before, and yeah. So, anyways, I'm awake now after playing Torchlight 2. How did you guys like Torchlight 2? What were your first impressions, Swick?
I had never played it before, and I played the first one, so I had fairly high expectations, and that game is really good. I like Torchlight. The multiplayer, like, that was the one thing holding back the original Torchlight, was the lack of multiplayer, and that, it's such a good game. I didn't buy it just because, like, originally, like, I didn't buy it before last night because I had so much other crap to play, but now that I played it, I want more.
I totally agree. I felt the same way when Torchlight 2 came out. Is I played a little bit of Torchlight 1, and then I played Diablo, and Diablo was okay. It really sucked me in at the beginning, but I mean, I tried to play it last week, and I was just like, oh, right, I don't like this. And so I was kind of like, I have lots of other things to play when Torchlight 2 came out, and, you know, the other ones were okay, but yeah, jumping into Torchlight 2 with you guys was so much fun. Oh, it was great. I really, really liked the art style. What about you, Ryan?
Well, I have to ask the question: Diablo 3 or Torchlight 2?
Oh, Torchlight 2. Torchlight 2.
You know what? I am a fan of Blizzard's story, and I think that's one thing we've missed out on in Torchlight 2. Like, we were playing all together, but can you guys tell me anything about what's going on story-wise?
Not even a little.
And you watched the intro cinematic too.
I did. All I really know is that there's some big, huge, badass guy, and he kind of came in and kicked some ass, because there's no, like, real, in the cinematic anyways, maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention because I was trying to set up Vent at the same time, but it kind of seemed like there was no voiceover, there was no anything else to kind of tell you what was going on. It was just, like, visuals, and so there was, like, this big, huge guy, and he was just running around with this, like, staff thing going, like, bzz, 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 like, wrecking everything, and then, like, smashing people everywhere. So that was pretty much what I got out of the opening cinematic. Was town gone.
I mean, that's my point, really, I guess, is that Diablo 3, I went the whole way through, and I really enjoyed the story, and Blizzard is always great at telling stories. But in terms of everything else, Torchlight 2 is sort of killing it. Like, you mentioned graphics, even the music is on par. I mean, Blizzard music is great, and this stuff, surprisingly, a small studio is able to keep up with a studio of hundreds. So, I mean, kudos to them. It's a great game.
Soundtrack available for free.
That too.
Oh, it's free. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so no, I'm really enjoying it. I find that I have the same problem with Torchlight 2 multiplayer that I have with any kind of multiplayer game, which includes WoW and Diablo, is that if you aren't playing with someone, like, I felt like we were trying to get through it as fast as possible because, you know, we're playing a gaming marathon, and I really wanted to experience as much of Torchlight 2 with you guys as I could, so you're just kind of powering through, and I wasn't reading any quests, I wasn't listening to any voiceovers, I was just kind of going, trying to keep up, which, you know, is the same as when I played in WoW with other people, or, you know, you always feel bad holding up the group. Mm-hmm. And I found, like, when I played Diablo with Joel, we had a understanding, I guess. Basically, we're just like, we wait for the other person, and we're only going to do whatever the other person is ready to do, instead of just, like, running and going as fast as we can. So we had a very leisurely pace to Diablo 2, 3. So we were really getting the whole story, as opposed to Torchlight 2, where I was just like, oh my god, the guys are already done, I gotta go, you know, like,
yeah.
Sword, sell, run.
It's really hard to just stop. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and I get it, there's so much freaking loot in that game. Like, you're just constantly getting all this information. I'm like, I need to do stuff. And yeah, it's hard to just sit and wait, even though that's probably what I would have done.
we didn't have an understanding. It was like, Ryan's already through the next portal.
There goes Ryan again. I'll just call you Leroy, it'll be fine.
Yeah, actually, someone did call me Leroy in the chat room, which hello, chat room.
Hi,
if you're
chat
watching.
room. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
We got quite a following today in terms of
great.
our Extra Life event.
Actually,
Yes.
that reminds me, how much have you folks raised?
We have
Take it.
actually beat our goal thanks to
Woohoo.
a very generous donation from the fantastic Doghouse Systems, who donated $250 to our cause and pushed us way over our goal.
Mhm.
So we actually are up to almost $1,200 out of our what was our original goal? It was $1,000 goal, right? Yeah, and I am personally 210% over my personal goal, which was $200. I am now at 450 something. Amazing. So I'm so thankful and happy, and I thank you so much, Doghouse. You are fantastic. Really appreciate the support, and I'm sure Sick Kids really appreciates all of our support as well. What about you, Ryan? How are you doing?
Well, I was just going to say, in terms of our overall goal, we're a toonie, or for you, everybody else out there, $2 away from 1,200.
For you non-Canadians.
Yeah, a toonie, or a couple loonies. That was for all you Americans out there. But I just got a donation from Todd Eaton, or Crusher, who gave me $25.
He's totally my ace in the hole. He was supposed to donate to me when I was not winning, and then he just goes and donates to you.
Well, it's funny you mention that, because a couple of my comments on here are like, I see that Joss is whooping everyone's ass in donations. Maybe this will soothe the sting slightly. Peace, love, and Vigigame and War Crusher.
That's awesome. And actually, I do want to give War Crusher a quick shout out and huge thank you, because he also actually donated the copy of Torchlight 2 that I am currently playing after, I believe it was either our Terpster episode or our Extra Life episode from this past week. I mentioned that I was really looking forward to playing with you guys, but didn't actually have a copy of Torchlight 2 yet. And before the episode was even over, I had an email from Steam saying I'd received a gift, and it was from War Crusher, and it was a copy of Torchlight 2. So thank you so much for letting me play this first couple hours of Extra Life with my fantastic gift copy of Torchlight 2.
Torchlight 2, brought to you by War Crusher.
Very, very true.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. And I was just going to say that we are still accepting donations, even though we are 120%
Funded,
in terms of our
or
yes.
whatever
Thank you.
you call
I was
it.
looking
Yeah.
for the word. We want people to donate, and really, it doesn't matter who you donate. If you want to boost Jocelyn's ego even more, then hey, let's do it. Come on, like, let's see how far we can go. Because it all goes to the kids, and frankly, like, if you donate to Jocelyn or to me, it's going to the same kids.
It is actually going to the same cause. So
Yeah, which makes me happy. But I mean, throw the love around. I mean, we have a couple people on our team. Yeah, you don't need to throw the love around, and we really need to do that. Really, yeah, we do. Oh wait, sorry. In terms of boosting, Joel was saying in the chat room, do we really need to do that in terms of boosting Jocelyn's ego? Sorry, Joel.
I'm not that bad. Come on.
No, she's not. It's fun. She's having a great time. No one's gonna blame her. But it's really easy. It's through credit card or PayPal. It's an online form. You don't need to talk to anybody. Like, I mean, this
Who
compared.
likes people? I mean, really.
Well, I mean, this compared to donating to PBS. I mean, screw Big Bird. You're gonna be fine. It's just an online form. And I mean, unfortunately we don't have any tote bags to give away, but we'll definitely mention you on the show.
Next year.
That's true. Yeah, next year. Tote bags will be
we'll have
next
tote
year.
bags. You can get this lovely tote bag if you donate $25 or more to our cause.
Okay, stop now. So, Swick, do you have anything that you want to say? Anything about Extra Life or anything about Torchlight 2 before we wrap up this check-in?
I'm good. It was a pleasure to game with you guys, and it's a good cause. So yeah, give more money. The kids need it. It's for the kids.
It is. It's all for the kids. All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up this check-in portion. So, Swick, why don't you tell the fine listeners where everybody can find you?
I am at PSwickard on the Twitter. That is my Twitter handle. And yeah, that is the best way to get in contact with me. I am also doing show notes for the podcast for App Slappy in the instance. So good time.
Yes, you are now the Frog Pants intern. So I think we should give you props for that.
It's fun. It's kind of an honorary title. I feel a bit bad being a 32-year-old intern, but hey, it's cool.
Who's counting?
It's all about having fun. You're having fun. You're getting shout-outs from people and talking about it on the Instance, one of them up there podcasts, like probably one of the most famous.
I will take it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so I think that pretty much wraps up our Torchlight 2 check-in with the fantastic Paul Swickard. So thank you again for joining us and for waking up so early, because that's just insane. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody, thank you very much, and we will see you again in a couple of hours. Oh, Ryan has something before we go. Hang on.
Well, we should mention what we're doing next.
Oh, that's true. What are we doing next, Ryan?
Well, I'm glad you asked. On the main stream, it's coffee. It'll be through me soon. Don't worry. Oh my God! I didn't mean it like that. Come on. Let me get this out. Anyways, next on the main stream, me and the Zamp crew are going to be playing Left 4 Dead, Killing Zombies, Left 4 Dead 2, and you can also catch Jocelyn and Boba Fetish on Jocelyn's stream playing Civilization 5, and it's really easy. You don't need to go to, what's Jocelyn's stream? You just go to gamersinpodcast.com/live. They're all there in a tab format, and you don't lose the chat room if you're going through the website. So it's easy to switch back and forth.
Which is also something that everyone should do, is go and join our live chat room, because even if you don't have the time to game with us, you can always catch our stream and you can talk to everybody else, and if something fun is going on in another stream that you're not watching, the chat room will tell you. Because Boba Fetish is probably going to kick my butt, just so everybody knows. All right, so that's pretty much it for this check-in of the Gamers Inn, so we will see you in a couple of hours.
Bye.
Bye. 3 from the Gamers Inn, and I think I might have started that a little bit early. So we're live with checkout number 3 from the Gamers Inn. And joining us right now, we have Lou Page, Rick Piven, Bob Fournier, and Ryan Murphy. So these are all the boys from Zombies Ate My Podcast, and that's what you guys were just up to, weren't you, Ryan?
We tried not to get killed by zombies, and I'm really glad that I decided to stream this with my webcam, because a couple people had let me know that I got very animated and that I would shoot everybody.
I don't think the zombies were the problem, Ryan. I'm pretty sure it was you.
Hey, shut up, faceless Bob.
I was being loud enough that Jenna was noticing me yelling at the computer.
Okay, so I've never actually played Left 4 Dead. So what is the point of the game? Like, is it like open world? Are you going through levels, or what do you have to do?
The point's to kill Ryan.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So friendly fire is enabled then?
Yes.
Yes, it's the default, I think.
Oh, is it really?
I think Lou is really the only sane one here that can help explain Left 4 Dead, because Bob and Rick and myself.
Hey, whoa! I know how to play. Okay.
I didn't say you didn't know how to play, but you two were more interested in killing me than killing the zombies.
All right. Okay. So Lou, let's have an explanation then. What is Left 4 Dead 2?
Basically, zombies have taken over the world, or the U.S. anyway. And you're 4 survivors trying to make it from point A to point B and stay alive. And there's various types of zombies trying to get you along the way.
So it's kind of like a funnel-directed kind of level system, right?
Yes, very much so. It's a standard first-person shooter with zombies.
They do it really well, though. It's such a good game because you have to play together if you want to keep going and you want to survive, but you always end up separating from each other like we did. Like the 4 of us, all of a sudden you look around and I'm like, why is Lou way back here? And why is Rick back here? And all of a sudden chaos ensues. You got to stay together. It's fun.
The revolutionary thing about it was that it has what's called the AI director, and it's a AI that watches how you play, and if it seems like you're basically winning too easily, it will ramp up the difficulty. And if it seems like you're really suck, it will tone down the difficulty for you.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good system.
Or if yeah, go ahead.
So we're like, how far did you guys get? Is this a kind of game you play over and over and over again, or is it something that it's one time, or?
We got almost to
Stop
the end of the...
texting, Rick. Come on.
I'm texting Bob.
What? You can't see me on the other side, though. You know you're not.
We got almost to the end of the campaign we were playing. There's 4 chapters in all the campaigns. We got almost to the end every time, and then we'd keep killing each other every time.
Is it because somebody doesn't make it to the helicopter? I've heard of the helicopter.
It's because Ryan keeps accidentally shooting people, so then we start shooting Ryan on purpose.
Look, I think what the mistake here is that I have an Uzi, and what I was doing is I was shooting zombies.
Burst fire everywhere.
Yeah, I just shoot. You know, I panic. If you go back and watch the video, you'll see my face literally panicking. And I just shoot zombies, and they walk in front of me, and they get hit by my bullets. It's not my fault. But we never beat it because I think actually we were getting pretty close to the check-in time, but we got to I think we were on the last stage, right? Is there 4 stages, guys?
Yeah, we were in the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, we were about to call the helicopter, but I think what happened is we were all such low health. Basically, when you lose enough health, you go down, and then when people have to revive you, but then you're revived in a weaker state until you get a health pack. So we were all in a weak state, so as soon as like a bunch of zombies came, we just all went down. And Lou was in the other room trying to get to the helicopter, and me and Rick, I think it was, we were down, and then we just died. And at that point, it was like, I don't... Left 4 Dead 2 and 1, for that matter, are sort of a game, like, jump in, play a bit, and jump out. It's not like something you can play forever. So we were kind of at that point, that giddy point where it's like, I don't really want to play anymore. So I think by the end we were just shooting each other.
So really, you got that sick of it that quickly?
Yeah, it's really meant to be a quick, like 1 hour play, get out kind of thing. It's not something you can. Well, it's not something I can stomach for longer than an hour.
We were also blowing everything up and catching each other on fire. I threw a Molotov at Ryan on purpose, but there were zombies around him.
Sure,
so
there
were. I was helping at the same time as burning him.
I believe I blew up Lou at one point.
Yes.
Pretty bad.
You did.
I was standing next to a gas tank, and it kept getting shot and blowing up, and next thing you know, I was dead.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's your fault for standing next to the gas tank. I'm not an expert, but...
And I got a really good headshot with a Magnum on Ryan.
Yeah, I went down. He killed me.
He went down, headshot.
I'm like, really, guys? It was a lot of fun, though, and I mean, we seemed to be enjoying ourselves a lot. And I actually got a couple tweets while we were playing. I'll just read those. I think one was from Ben Gardner, and he says...
Who, I'm pretty sure that Ben is the Ben who won WoW from us, so...
Oh, he did,
Hi,
yeah. Hello, Ben Gardner. He says, highlight so far is watching Murphy play Left 4 Dead. So I'm looking forward to going back and seeing how bad I was and how... Because there was a few points where I think we were crying at one point. Like, we were laughing so hard.
I thought you meant you were so scared of the zombies, so you were like...
I think you were the only one crying, Ryan.
No, Bob said he was crying. We were crying.
You can't see me right now. I'm not here. I don't know what you're talking about.
But seriously, though,
I think us men were doing okay.
Right. I think it was at the point where Bob exploded the gas tank, or the gas station, rather, and totally blew up Lou, and I was freaking out. But we also got a tweet from Perry, who is a fundraising professional with Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, and he pimped our live page. So.
Oh, nice.
Again, I think I mentioned him already.
That's awesome. So I also played and streamed, and it was an adventure in streaming for me. I was waiting for Boba Fetish, who actually never showed up, so I just had to play Civ by myself, which I'm sure is thrilling. And as soon as I started playing, I was the Russians, and then I'm sitting there and I'm playing, and then you discover your first civilization that's building next to you, and it's the Germans, and I'm just like, oh man, they are going to attack me the first chance they can get. And within an hour, it was like, Bismarck just comes running up and is like, I hate you, war! And I was like, oh man. So I got my ass kicked by the Germans.
They're worse than Gandhi, man. You gotta watch out for them Germans.
You have to watch out for Gandhi, too.
Oh, Gandhi? Okay, I don't know what it is, but Gandhi, in terms of the real world, is probably one of the most peaceful people ever, right? So how is it whenever I talk to somebody about Civ 5, Gandhi is always the one that's a pain in the butt?
Well, because he's all like quiet and kind of wimpy, and he's all in the background. He's just like, "Oh, can you give me stuff, please? My civilization's so small." And then you're just like, "Oh, you're Gandhi. You love peace and stuff. Here, have some, gold or resources or whatever." And then, like halfway through the game, he turns around and he's like, "Haha! I now have all the things, and I shall crush you." I'm like, damn you, Gandhi!
He used his psychic Gandhi powers, because we all know he has psychic powers.
My favorite is you can turn on random AI for each of the civilizations. So when you do, sometimes you'll get warlike Gandhi who builds armies and Trump just crushes you from the beginning of the game.
I'm pretty sure that I always have it set on war like Gandhi. I don't know.
Gandhi War.
Nice. So what are you guys playing next? What's up?
I'm not sure yet.
Everyone answer at the same time.
Everyone has. Okay, I am not sure what I'm going to play, but I think I might prep for Mass Effect by moving the PC over and streaming something on the TV. Probably an Xbox game. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll start Reach. I don't know.
You want to co-op Reach?
Yeah, we should co-op Reach. All right, that's what I'm doing next.
All right, so Ryan and Lou are co-oping Reach. What are you up to, Rick?
I'm probably going to play a little Mark of the Ninja to finish that off, and then I'm going to go to Borderlands 2.
Ooh. Ryan's just randomly whispering the name of the game in the background.
He's like, damn it, not enough time.
There's tons of time. We're not even plenty time. See, that's the best thing about Extra Life is that I keep thinking, it's like, oh, I want to play this, I want to play that, I want to play this, but there's not enough time.
Start making yourself a list. Start writing it down. This is what I'm going to play now.
Well, that's true, because we have, like, probably the last 8 or 10 hours of our schedule that just says games. We haven't actually picked what we're going to play, so...
It's a free-for-all.
It is a free-for-all. It's going to be a whatever keeps me awake. Like, I think I might just go with, I don't know, Mass Effect at 5 o'clock in the morning or something, just to explode things.
Now, out of all of us, Bob had a sneaky plan of not signing up for Extra Life, but then having the day off to conveniently have no obligation to stay up late.
I was gonna say, Bob, what are your? So you're playing kind of a supporting role in all this. You're gonna be.
I am like the Extra Life wife, I guess. I am here to play. That sounded very sexist. Can we take that back?
No, this is live.
I thought I was gonna have to work, but I got the weekend off, and now I have no car right now, so I have nothing else to do but play video games.
Aww.
And,
such a hard life.
Yeah.
I know. It's rough.
Well,
I can see what's going to happen is around 3 a.m. Bob's going to be like, oh, well, you guys are all half asleep. I'm going to go to bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just all hate on Bob from 3 a.m. through until 9 a.m.
I am all right with that. I will leave my stream on and stream myself sleeping on the couch if you'd prefer.
Don't do that.
And
Cruel.
No, I'm gonna be up here. I'll be playing scary games with Ryan. I think we're gonna try and play Slender together, right?
Oh yeah, I was gonna jump in and play Slender with you too.
Yeah,
so.
because I think Ryan and I are pretty animated. If I learned anything from Left 4 Dead, so.
Okay, so let's give a quick rundown, if we can, of Slender. Like, where do we get it? How does it work? Because I heard it's free, but...
Yeah, if you go to, I think it's slendergame.com, you can still download a free copy of it, and then you can cry in front of everyone.
I probably totally will.
Ryan, have you played it yet?
I have not. I wanted to save the experience for the Extra Life stream.
Cool. It's awful.
You're going to scream.
It's so simple. It's simple, yet it's going to... I almost cried playing it.
I don't want to cry.
How many people can play at one time in Slender? Is it just like as many people join up as can?
Well, I thought it would be fun if we did, like, it's a single-player game.
Oh, okay.
But we all load up at the same time while we're talking to each other, because the further you get into the game, the creepier it gets. So I figured if we all load up around the same time, depending on how we do, we'll end up scaring each other if we're talking to each other while we're playing.
Oh, okay, so it's not actually like a a multiplayer game. You're totally on your own. Okay,
You are on your own in the woods with a flashlight.
Yeah,
nice.
We'll be on vent, all of us.
Yeah, and as you find notes, it gets scarier. So if Ryan's got 2 notes and you got 4 notes, it's gonna be creepier for you, but you're gonna be freaking him out.
Right.
Nice.
So I guess So Jocelyn, what are you gonna be playing next? Is a good question.
Actually, my panda is only level 12, so I'm going to be spending the next couple of hours leveling my panda to 15 with Joel, so I think we're going to stream that from my Twitch TV account, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing up until Mass Effect. Well, I guess there's a dinner break in there somewhere too, but mostly I will be playing WoW.
Okay, so are you going to stream that on you're going to stream that on your own then?
Yes.
Or do you want to stream it on the main account?
Well, either way, we figure that out later.
Sure.
But what is very important is that all of our streams can be found at gamersinpodcast.com/live. And unless you guys have anything else to throw in, I think we're good for this check-in. What do you think?
I was just going to say we have not received any new donations since our last check-in, although we did have some awesome donations with the last check-in.
We did.
So we'll forgive everybody.
Which is one thing that I should probably point out. Now that I have
Jocelyn
on
cheated and got a
camera.
donation from a major computer company?
Oh, so that's how we're going. Okay, so I just
Without
wanted
that
to point
donation
out-
from friends and family and associates, I'd still be winning.
Hey, I earned that donation, mister.
Yeah, she's buying a doghouse next week, do you hear?
No, I'm not. I can't afford a doghouse.
But no, we do. We all kidding us. We're all kidding. We do thank Doghouse Systems for putting us over the edge and giving Jocelyn the.
Yes.
It helps
Oh,
out
that's the
the
word I
team as a whole.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It does.
It helps out all the kids.
Yes.
But if you want to donate, definitely go to bit.ly/TGI Extra Life. Throw some money around at us because it all goes to kids. We're still sitting at $11.98. If someone wants to throw just a toonie in there, just to
That
shut
would be
me down.
fantastic.
Throw a toonie.
$2.
Yeah, I need like $12, I think, to make my goal. So
Yeah,
anybody
I need
can
to-
help?
Okay, everybody, go help Lou out because he's so close to his goal. I think that's good. Yes.
There you go. That's our goal. I'll say next check-in. If Lou isn't at his goal, we'll do something horrible. What should we do? Do we have any kittens we can...
Why don't we do something good to reward people for helping Lou,
Yeah.
as opposed to murdering kittens?
No, we're gonna give them a kitten. We'll give them a kitten. Here's
You're
the
going to
kitten.
give them a kitten.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're friends with me on Steam, if I make my goal, I can actually give you a copy of Civ 5 if you don't have it. I have,
Whoa, there we
I have
go.
one floating in my account, so...
All right then. So whoever pushes Lou over top of his $200 goal, which he is $12 away from, will get a copy of Civ 5. So awesome. That's fantastic.
And
Just
keep
give
in
me your
mind,
Steam name.
right? Keep in mind though, Civ 5 is a great game, and it is just $12 to get them over the edge. But I mean, think of the kids. Maybe throw in 20. You know,
Think of the children.
think of the kids. They're sick.
And always, always watch out for the Germans.
Yes.
And Gandhi.
And
Yeah.
Gandhi. All right, so that wraps up this check-in of the Gamers In Extra Life Extravaganza. Thank you, everyone, for donating, and we will check in again in a couple of hours. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
I'm also waving.
Posting, never mind. Here we go, broadcast is live. Welcome back, all you Gamers In people. It's myself, Ryan Murphy, and our friend from Australia. He is Lemel in the chat room. His real name is Kevin. Hello, Australia!
Hello back. Sorry, a bit tired. I've got a bit of a head start compared to you guys there.
So, yeah, when did you actually start your broadcast?
About 3 or 4 p.m. So that's about 6 hours from when you scheduled to start.
Oh, man. So, how much time do you have left?
About 6 hours actually. It's 9:30 in the morning at the moment on a Sunday. It is nice and sunny outside, and it's glaring in my eyes.
Oh, no. That's awful. So, what have you been playing down there in Australia?
For most of it, I've been playing Flames of War, the tabletop game. It's a World War II war game, so if you know like Warhammer 40k,
Yeah.
it's like that, but just World War II. So, as you said, when you're playing Civ, you were Russians, and the Germans came in and invaded you. Funny enough, I was playing Germans, my opponent was playing Russians, I came in and crushed him.
Oh,
Oh, damn Germans. All the
Germans.
time. It's always the Germans. So what about you, Ryan? What were you just playing?
I was actually getting prepped for Road to Halo 4, playing a little Reach with Lou. Man, that guy is an expert when it comes to Reach. He says he's played it a lot, and we were playing the intro levels, and he's like, okay, coming up, we're going to do this. Coming up, we're going to do that. And I was like, oh, cool. Because now I know what's going to happen, right? And I won't die, but I died a lot. And, yeah, hunters, man, they're just slapping you.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, hunters suck.
Reach is a lot of fun. It's probably, and like I was saying on the stream, it's like one of the greatest Halo games ever made. So
when you're playing with someone like Lou, who has done it over and over and over again, is an expert at it, all that kind of stuff, does it help your experience or hinder your experience having somebody with so much experience playing with you?
I thought it made it more fun. We were playing. Now, mind you, I've beaten it before, so if I hadn't, it probably would have been pretty annoying. Like if he was playing with you, it might have been like, oh, I kind of want to experience the game. But no, it was fun. We got to geek out, and we had campaign scoring on, and I was kicking butt.
Well, see, because that's what just happened with Joel and I, is that we were playing WoW, and Greg, I am French boy in the chat room, who is also on our team but doesn't have a working mic right now, so is unable to join us on camera / mic. He jumped in and he was playing with us, and he actually gave me a ride, which was really, really fun because I don't have a mount. So he was just like, he's a Death Knight, and so he just changed into this like panther with wings thing and was like, oh, just jump on, I'll give you a ride over to where you need to go. And I was like, oh, cool. Weird, but cool. So I jumped on and he took me over to where I had to go, but then like it was a 10 to 20 leveling area because that's the level that our pandas are. So we were trying to play stuff, and Greg's just like one-shotting, and like we're getting XP, but we're just like, oh, this isn't that much fun.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't very fun because he was power leveling you through, or it was a combination.
That was the thing, and well, the thing is about WoW is, and Joel was saying this when we were doing our stream. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And I know that Terpster made fun of me on our last show because of this, or I guess not our last show, but the one before, about saying like, that's just the way MMOs are. But I don't find that with dungeons. I find dungeons fun, but I don't like my Panda Monk. I'm not having fun. I miss my main.
And I can see having an issue with your panda because you are grinding your hunter through 1 to 80 content. So why would you want to do that all over again with a different character?
Yeah, and I think that maybe tanking isn't for me. I'm not really loving being a tank, and I'm not really loving all the close-up combat because I find I get turned around a lot, and then all of a sudden the person's behind me, and I'm just like, oh, this is annoying. Now I have to turn around again. And with my hunter, I'm so far back, so I can just shoot at stuff. So I think maybe it's just ranged characters that I prefer because it takes that bit of movement out of it. So, but anyways, what's up next for you in your next 6 hours there down in Australia, Lemel?
Mostly League of Legends. The store's opening back up in about half an hour. I'm actually doing the charity event in my local hobby store this year.
Oh, fun!
So, yeah, I'm actually in here when it's closed at the moment. So, as it's Sunday,
VIP.
Yeah, pretty much. As I said, I got to Ryan earlier that I had an employee stay here to about 3 o'clock in the morning playing with me.
Wow.
And helping out. Yeah, so weekends are usually busiest, so hopefully I can get more games to come in before the end of my 24 hours.
That is so much fun. So yeah, next up on our stream, we've got Mass Effect multiplayer, which I'm super pumped for because I've been sitting in my desk chair all day, and we are coming up on hour 10. And so after 10 hours of sitting in my desk chair, I'm really looking forward to crashing on the couch. So we have some Mass Effect 3 multiplayer coming up. I'm not sure who all is going to be joining us, but I'm just going to put the call out to anyone who wants to come join. We're going to be playing on Xbox. That'll be a lot of fun. Ryan will be streaming his group, so if you're playing with Ryan, then your voice will be heard by the masses. Everybody else will just be running around, and we haven't quite figured out all the logistics of the streaming, but it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to just blow stuff up.
And I can state with confidence that switching to the couch is very nice after being on the desk for a good
reset.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you some. And we mentioned we're hungry. Us on the where Jocelyn and I are, right around dinner time. So we're gonna take a dinner break, and then Mass Effect you mentioned starts at 7:30.
Yes, which is 7:30 Eastern. So, and I think we're gonna play for 2 or 3 hours. So I'm pretty excited about that, and it should allow a lot of people to kind of come and go as they can. So I'm looking forward to it. And then in terms of our extra life, we should give an update. Ryan, why don't you tell everybody what happened to you in the last couple of hours?
Well, I was playing Reach, and I get an email, and my phone automatically updates me with emails, and I look over, and I got an anonymous donation. So I go into the account, and then I see $500.
I feel like it was a typo or something.
I feel bad, yeah.
The chat room literally exploded, and everyone was like dinging me, and they were like, GIS Gamer, Ryan just got $500. I was like, they're screwing with me. There is no way that Ryan got a $500 donation. And then I went to our Extra Life page, and it's like, you've raised $1,700. And I'm like, oh my God, Ryan got a $500 donation. What is this?
It's crazy. And I can read the comment here. It says, apply liberally for the kids. Good luck. Now, I don't know what that means. What does apply liberally mean? It's something to do with like lotion and cream, right?
Oh, well, yeah, and I think they just mean, like, spread the money around. But if they want to spread the money around, they should have spread the money around. But anyways, it is fantastic that these kind of donations are coming in. I'm so excited. We are almost double our goal for the event, which is just great. So I'm so blown away. I don't even know what to say about this.
Yeah, I was freaking out on the stream, and that's another... you can go back and watch that, and I'm like, oh my God, and not to forget, we did get some other donations while we were playing.
We did, actually. We got, I think we each got a donation from Johnny Feisty.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might be around to come join us later on, so that'll be good, because we have to remember, we're playing our stuff in Pacific time. Not Pacific time, Eastern time, I'm Atlantic time. So a lot of people, this is still like the afternoon for all those people out in California. So it'll be good, it'll be fun. We'll see who can join us later on in the evening.
I think it'd be cool if Johnny could hop on over.
Yeah, so I think that's all. I got a donation from Johnny, and I think that's it. Did you get any others other than Johnny and your anonymous, huge, possibly a typo donation?
Lou got a couple from, I think he got one from David Carver, and then another one from Michael Coley, which netted him Civ 5. So
nice.
What about you, Lemel? What kind of donations have you? This is just your first time on here, so why don't you fill us in on your donations?
At the moment, I've just got a couple friends do some small donation. A couple streamers came by as well. One of the big things that hopefully come soon is, during the 24-hour period, 10% of the revenue earned at this store will be donated to me at the end of the day.
Wow.
So hopefully that will be something that will come in. And
That's
hopefully it'll be a nice
fantastic.
big number. But at the moment, the latest donation I got does seem slightly tiny compared to Ryan's amount.
I don't know where that came from. And then I saw in the chat, like, Jocelyn's like, it's someone had suggested it was me. I don't have
Yeah,
that
I
kind
totally
of money.
said that. I was like, Ryan totally donated to himself just to make himself look better.
man.
But yes, I know Ryan doesn't have that kind of money, so.
I mean, I do plan on doing some donating, but I mean, with our team, I think I'd probably throw that donation elsewhere, considering I knew I was going to break the lead. Not the lead. Sorry, I didn't think that. I thought I was going to be behind, but in terms of now, it is looking like it wasn't me.
Totally.
But I was going to say, like, I knew I would break my goal, so this is the only charity I do every year, and I usually do donate some money. But yeah, I forget what my point was.
The $500 just totally fried your brain, eh?
It's
I would
crazy.
like to meet my. Sorry. Yeah, I'd just like to saying I'd like to meet my goal this year because I ended up just a bit short last year.
Okay.
So far I'm on track to making it this year, and I'll be happy. I'll be glad when that happens.
So what is your goal this year, Lemel? What are you aiming for?
It is 250 this year. Last year was 200, and I only got to 138, so it's about just a bit under half. But luckily I got a bit of extra donators this year. Yeah, so aiming a bit higher. Sorry, again, tired.
No, it's totally understandable. We're 10 hours in, you're like 18 hours in, and plus you were up a whole bunch of hours before you actually started playing, so it's totally understandable. We'll forgive you this time. But everyone who is listening should go to bit.ly/TGI Extra Life to donate to any of the members of the team. And since last time we gave a shout out to Lou to try to get him some more donations to get him to his goal, how about anyone in the TGI army out there who hasn't donated yet? Send it Lemel's way, because he hasn't hit his goal yet. And Ryan and I are both far and beyond what we were thinking we were going to raise. So let's rally behind Lemel and get him some donations to help his kids. Because I think, which hospital are you playing for?
I'm in Westmead in Sydney, so it's an Australian one. It's the only Australian one, but at least it's Australia. Well, Luke did give away Civ 5. I don't have something as fancy as that, but I do have a copy of Bastion to give out as well.
Oh, great!
Awesome. I'm just loving these little things we're giving out. That's awesome. We were talking about this on our Halo Reach stream. We were trying to determine what I could give away or what other people could give away. I think someone had mentioned having something, and all I have is like Half-Life 2 and Episode 1. So Bastion, that's awesome. So if you want to throw that out there to people, or even tweet it, we can spread the word and get you someone to give that to.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. So I think that pretty much does it for this check-in of the Gamers In. So this is check-in number 4. We are at hour 10. We have 14 hours. I'm starving. So after we have our dinner break and play some Mass Effect, then we'll be checking in again, which will be about 3 hours from now. And so everyone, good luck. Game on. Anything else you guys want to say before we power down?
I'm good.
You're good?
Let's keep going strong.
Thank you very much for joining us, Lemel. We really appreciate it. Thanks for gaming with us, and we will see you guys in a few hours.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hello, fabulous Gamers In people.
I want to go to bed.
I so want to go to bed.
Just
but
for a
this
nap.
has been fun. Yeah, just a little nap. A little nap. Till like 8 a.m. maybe? Oh, yes. So we just finished our fabulous Mass Effect 3 multiplayer extravaganza for Extra Life.
What? We lost every single match.
No, we
except
won
for one.
We won one.
In which we were publicly ridiculed and saying, I'll donate an extra $10 if you guys get off your ass and actually win a round. And
which we did, and we got our $10 donation, so it worked out at the end. How are you doing for donations, Ryan?
I don't think I've changed since somebody generously donated a butt-ton of money.
That's the new technical term, butt done?
Butt done, no, butt-ton.
Butt done, I'm sorry.
Easy now.
I know. I just had a life and death struggle to open my Powerade, so I'm a little bit
You guys missed
worn
it.
out.
Here's a reenactment. Oh God!
It actually went exactly like that, guys. It was insane. So I actually did get some donations. Since the last time that we talked, I got one from Andrew Armstrong for $12 with no message, but thank you. And I got one from Sakani, actually 2 from Sakani, because he gave me another $10 when we actually won the round. So, woohoo! Devin Rose gave us $9. Thank you, or gave me.
Mm-hmm.
And Hakito, Eric Van Skyhawk, donated money as well. And he says, sorry I couldn't join you guys tonight. I've never played Mass Effect 3 multiplayer anyway, so I would have probably sucked. So maybe it's a good thing. He clearly was not watching us while we played Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, because, yeah, we sucked a little.
You know what? I think if he would have played with us, he would have had a level 1 character. Therefore, the AI would have been easier, and we probably would have won more matches because we were all level 20.
That is true. We were playing with all level 20 characters until the very last match when I changed to my Krogan, who was only level 13. So that might have helped drop it down a little.
That's very true. Yeah.
That is very true, Ryan.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep nodding. I'm starting to get to the point where it's like I can't. I want more of this.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been doing the healthy thing, right? We've been drinking water all day.
We have been. I've been trying so hard to stay healthy. I've been eating veggies. I mean, we had pizza, but it had lots of good stuff on it. It wasn't like just meat-covered pizza. I have not had any pop. I've had, coffee first thing this morning, but that's it. I've been drinking water, and the water story.
Oh, yes. Fill us in.
Okay, so I was drinking water, and I was trying to drink a whole lot to keep myself hydrated and awake. So we're sitting playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, playing, and then I died, and then, which, is a whole big thing in the chat room now. GIS Gamers down! GIS Gamers down! That's a thing. So, anyways, I died, and I went to spectator mode, so it's like, oh, I've got a second. I can have a sip of my water. So I picked up my water.
Yay!
And then I went to take a drink, and I started drinking, and then I got resurrected, or you guys killed all the bad guys, so I went to the next wave, so you automatically get resurrected after the next wave, and I went, oh no, they're going to start without me, and I went like this to drink faster, but instead of actually drinking faster, I just poured the water all over me.
I think this is a point of the night where you need a sippy cup, because the water...
Or at least a really long straw. Maybe one of the twirly ones.
Oh man, those things are badass. Don't get me started on twirly straws.
I agree.
Yeah, we played a lot of Mass Effect, and we're getting, I think at least every time we stream, we're getting comments on how much they're enjoying the stream. And I don't think it has anything to do with skill. I mean, if you watch Mass Effect, people are having fun with what we were doing. If you watch Left 4 Dead 2, people were really having fun with lack of skill, mainly on my part. But yeah, it's we're not perfect. We don't claim to be, but
yeah.
We do claim to be entertained.
We're having a lot of fun, though. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, and we're doing it for the kids. For the kids.
Doing it for the kids.
So if you would like to help us out and donate, we are getting close to... Oh, we're past our halfway point. We have 10 hours left. Only 10 hours, people.
Is it really?
Yeah, only 10 hours.
Oh.
Shocking. So if you would like to donate to our cause, you can go to bit.ly/TGI Extra Life, and you can donate to any of our team members. We still have a couple of team members who haven't met their goal, so it would be fabulous if you could spread the wealth. Or I am $1 short. $1 short of $500, which is just amazing. So if anyone would like to donate that $1 and push me over the edge, that would be fantastic. What about you, Ryan? Any last words before we go?
Well, I just refreshed the page and it's doing the animation. I'm going to try to talk over it. What we're doing next is World of Warcraft, and we're actually doing it on Google+, right?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought that far ahead.
Remember when we tested the Google Plus thing and it sort of worked?
Oh yeah, the Google Plus thing works all right. I thought our Twitch streaming has been all right too, so I'm easy either way. But either way, we will be streaming a WoW Panda Dungeon. So we all have pandas somewhere in the 10 to 15 level range. We are going to go do a dungeon, and I am going to tank, and I am going to suck. So everyone should prepare themselves for that.
I'm healing. That's even worse. I think we're doing Ragefire Chasm is what someone said.
Oh, Ragefire Chasm. All right, so that's what we're doing, which will be fun. So it's going to be myself and Ryan. So I am tanking. Ryan is healing. Then Joel and Quoted Nevermore from AIE is coming to play with us as well. And who's our fifth?
Warcrusher, isn't it?
Oh, right, Warcrusher. Right, Warcrusher.
That's what she said.
Is going to come and join us for our WoW dungeon. So I should probably go tweet at those people and tell them to meet us in game.
Yeah, let's rock this Ogrimmar. I got nothing.
Yeah, you really don't.
I'm saving my witty stuff for the stream.
Fair enough. All right, so that has been us for check-in number 5.
Yeah, this is going to degrade. You can already tell, comparing this to our last one, it's only going to get worse, people.
And by worse, you mean more awesome.
Well, yeah, I think it goes like up, 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 and then down a little bit, and then like around like midnight when we do our next one, it's just gonna shoot right back up in terms of entertainment value.
That's
We're
true.
just so tired. Or wired from monsters and all that fun stuff.
True. Also, I would like to point out that I'm going to change my shirt. I will be wearing my Blizzard Ski Northrend shirt because it's getting a little chilly in here.
That's good. I'm not gonna change my shirt. I only have this one.
No wardrobe changes?
Well, I didn't spill water all over this one.
That's true.
You should probably wear a bib with that Gatorade, eh? Oh, that was too far?
Yeah. No, it wasn't too far. Just means I'm going to get red stains all over my white pants. It's fine. It's
And
fine.
everyone in the chat room will be like, why is Jocelyn talking like that? And I'm going to try my best to refrain from making a dirty joke. That's what Leo was saying in the vent. He's just like, you guys are making it too easy. And I'm like, that's what she said, I think.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's always a that's what she said joke. All right, we should probably cut this check-in. Yeah, we should go play some WoW. So, again, everyone, if you would like to donate to our cause, it is bit.ly/TGI Extra Life. We thank everybody who has donated so far, and we will be back in a couple of hours.
I keep yawning.
Stop that!
I'm trying.
Hello, gamers and people! Here we are for Extra Life special check-in number 6, and it is currently 2:37 a.m. for me. You may have noticed, costume change! I'm now in my Blizzard shirt because we just ended our WoW Panda Dungeon Run! Yay! With the fabulous Joel Duggan of StarCrossOnline.com, who drew our Twitter avatars and our logo. You may hear me talk about him every week, and here he is, joining us. I'm really tired, leave me alone.
No one's giving you a hard time.
Hello, folks.
Joel is also tired. So, how did you like doing the Panda Run, Joel?
The Panda Run was fun in that it was the first time I've ever run that dungeon in Orgrimmar. But it was a little bit strange doing all panda monks because it was just this giant dog pile. Like, hey, look, a lava dog! Everybody jump on him, and that was it. Everybody just kind of just goes in and just starts going.
It's accurate.
Yes.
Very accurate.
And you have to do that after he's dead. Like, you have to wait, you have to kill them with it, but then after the thing dies, you have to wait for the other 3 seconds of the talent to spend itself. Well, you just kind of sit there and smack the air.
You could just move a step and then it would stop, and then maybe your healer wouldn't be like, why do you guys keep showing off with your... It's like E Honda up in here, like...
100-hand slap.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I totally agree with you, Joel. Because I was the tank and Ryan was the healer, and then Joel was a DPS 1 of 3, and I found it was so confusing for me to be trying to tank, and I just had like 3 other people right on top of me, and half the time it was telling me I was too far away, and I'm like, I am literally inside the thing I'm trying to hit right now. Like, I can't even see myself anymore, and it's still telling me I'm too far away, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, I think the Blizzard needs to take a look at what that range needs to be. You know, like, I think melee can be 4 or 5 meters or something. Just because, I mean, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, you want to be able to see yourself swing your staff or do a move, or in case of my paladin, do a twirl. You want to be able to see that kind of stuff happen. Otherwise, you don't know what you just did, because I mean, you're not necessarily looking at, you know, your fingers on the keyboard. You want to make sure that you've got the right rotation going and stuff like that. But the other thing that I found about the DPS with the Panda Monk is that, just like that 100-hand slap, it's a lot of button slapping. Like, there's no real... I wasn't thinking... It was just like spamming the 1 key and then hitting 2 and 3 periodically until I got enough power to do something else. I wasn't using any of the new abilities that I just got because one of them is roll away. The other one
Which I did by accident once.
Quite funny. Jocelyn's just like, whew! I have to go.
Where are you going?
You're on your own!
And the other ability is provoke, but I mean, you don't want to do that because then that screws up your job, you know, as the tank, Jocelyn. So
yeah.
I was really only hitting 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I was like, okay, fun because I got to see the dungeon and I could see new enemies, and it was cool to chat with everybody. The people that were in the raid were fun to talk to. So I mean, like, there's pros and cons, I guess.
Agreed. I was going to say something and I totally lost my train of thought because it's like stupid, early, late, something.
Both.
Yeah, both at the same time. Seeing dungeons. Yeah, so this is definitely the way that we need to play WoW from now on, because I know, like, I had fun running the dungeon, even with all the little things I don't like about my panda, but I love my hunter. My blood elf, I want to be her. She's awesome. And I think I'm just sick and tired of doing the kill 6, gather 10 stuff, so I need to do a whole bunch of dungeons for a while, I think. And then, like, the story quests get interesting again. Like, I think we've just done too much of the, like, leveling stuff. We need to go do dungeon stuff, and then it'll be better.
And this is my 3rd time leveling a character to 40.
Right.
So, I mean, I've heard that there's a bit of a hole between... I think it's 50 and 60. The leveling there is kind of lackluster, but the rest of it, like the questing from 60 on, has become a lot better.
Well, I mean, I hate to disappoint, but like you got to extend the 50 to 60 from 50 to 70 because Burning Crusade content is the most dated content out there. Like, you're looking at 1 to 60 being the second most up to date, and then Panda stuff obviously is the newest stuff. Like, but you're more focused on 1 through 80. So 1 through 60 has been updated by Cataclysm, but then you have Burning Crusade, which is still, like, I think maybe 4 or 5 years old, and it hasn't been touched. So that's why the rumors are now that they might go back and affect and, you know, do what they did with Cataclysm to the Burning Crusade content. Right. But yeah, 60 to 70, from what I hear, it can be a pain. I haven't done the Outland stuff since I ran my first guy through it, but yeah, that might be an issue for you guys as well.
Well, but if nothing else, it opens up a whole bunch of new dungeons and stuff like that we haven't done yet. So, and I mean, like, because this is our 2nd or 3rd?
4th.
Yes, you're right. But still, I mean, we've done 4 dungeons, and there's how many, and people do them over and over and over and over again. So, I mean, we have tons of content to keep doing. So, I'm enjoying it. I really like doing the dungeons. So, I had a good time. I mean, and I'm kind of glad, like, we did a little bit of leveling first to get up to level 15, and I'm really glad that didn't take a lot of time, and we got to just go straight into the dungeon after that, because I know, like, man, oh man, just reading at this time, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, we're coming up to our last 7 hours of the Extra Life Marathon, and I don't want to read anymore. What about you, Ryan? How are you feeling?
I don't want to read anymore either, but I really haven't been reading at all today. You guys were leveling, and this presented the age-old problem of phasing, where I was ahead about I guess a layer or a phase from where you guys were questing. So I was just running around, and unfortunately I was streaming, so they had the choice to watch me stand there and wait for you guys or actually do something. So I ran around, did some pet battles and stuff, and leveled my dudes, and kept me occupied while we were waiting for the dungeon. But
yeah, I didn't even know that phasing was a thing. Like, Joel and I always play together, and we're always, like, right in sync with all our quests and stuff, because we do the cute little couple thing. We read to each other while we do the quests, so we're always, like, really right with each other. So I didn't even know that you could get ahead or out of phase with your group. Like, that's very weird for me.
Yeah, it was introduced in Wrath of the Lich King, and used heavily in Cataclysm, and you can see now where the issues came up, and you were a part of phasing hardcore when you were doing the Panda content, like the 1 through 10. Like, anytime you did something that affected the world, you entered a new, like, layer of your server, basically, where people before you who hadn't done that action were still seeing the whatever happened before, as opposed to what you did to change the world, right?
Cool. Makes sense. All right, so maybe we should go over again why it is that we are up and streaming at 3 o'clock in the morning. We are raising money for Extra Life, and we actually have 8 viewers right now, which is pretty awesome. So, hello,
Go to
live
bed.
viewers. Yeah, go to
You're
bed.
crazy
What are you doing
people.
awake? I know, I'm in super hardcore mode. I rebraided the hair, and I'm ready to keep going, but I can't believe
doing
that
it
there's
too,
still
look.
people awake.
Can't see it. It's just a little bit. I'm working on it.
Nice.
Rat tail. The
Gross.
90s are back.
So, we're raising money for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto, and you can donate to our campaign at bit.ly/TGI Extra Life. I am almost at tweet 11,000. The next tweet will throw me over. So, do you know what happens when you donate? There's an auto tweet. So if you want to be my tweet number 11,000, go donate now. And I still need that dollar to throw me up to $500. So donate $1 and get a tweet.
I would laugh if someone donated $1 and it tweeted that. 'cause
That would be
funny.
fantastic.
I want to see someone donate about 97 cents.
Oh, can you do it in cents?
I don't know if you can do cents. I'm not
I don't
sure.
think so. I
Oh, that
But that
be
would be
funny.
great.
Do it, guys. Do it. 99 cents.
Every little bit helps, you know? So
And this is funnier. So if you do 99 cents as opposed to $1, it's funnier and it still helps.
it's true. Okay, so Ryan, what have we got up next? And I'm sure that Joel is just going to hate me for the next hour and a half or so.
Well, the next segment for Joel is probably bed. You
Well, I know,
lucky
but-
son of a bitch.
Where my PC is right next to our bedroom.
Oh. And he's
the
going to
problem
hear...
he's going to hear... Oh, no!
Well, speaking of loud, ghastly screams, we're going to be playing scary games for the next hour and a bit, or as long as we can stomach hearing each other scream. And we're going to be streaming. We're going to be all an event channel called Scary Games, and I think we're playing Amnesia, but most importantly, Slender.
Yes, I'm excited. So we're going to play Slender first and then Amnesia?
Sure, yeah. Well, I think that sounds good to me.
Because I still have to download and install Amnesia.
Yeah, it's fine. You know what? I think Slender will be more interesting because Amnesia is like really more of a game, so it takes a while to get into the scary bits.
Cool. All right, then. I think that pretty much wraps up. Unless, Joel, do you have any final thoughts, or do you want to tell people where they can find you when you're not on the Fantastic Gamers In stream?
Well, when I'm not on your show, people can find me on my own show. I do the Citadel Cafe on Wednesday nights, and beyond that, just Twitter, @JoelDuggan. You can find all kinds of fun stuff that I'm doing right now.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us and for running the Panda Dungeon. Yay,
Yay.
Panda Dungeon. All right, so that does it for us. We will be back streaming our next check-in in 2-ish hours. Watch the Twitters. Bye.
Bye. Please.
Welcome to the Gamers Inn, where we are dying slowly but surely, so much so that I don't even think I'm going to do manual switching of this video while we talk. I didn't get my Yeti out. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Joel is now sleeping, so shh.
What? Lucky bastard.
We're all pretty pale.
Yeah.
I've always been pale.
Do you know who else is pale? The Slender Man.
Oh,
What
yes.
the F was up with that noise?
That was all Bob's idea.
And Bob's not even here anymore to explain it, but I think he got the farthest, right?
Yeah, he got the furthest than all of us. But
So,
I guess it
Ryan,
was a good plan.
why don't you give us a rundown of what Slender Man is?
Sure, I seem to have the most energy, but I think I'm going to crash the hardest. Yeah, Slender Man is an interesting game. It's free. It's really what's the word I'm looking for? It's an environment-based game in the sense that it's freaky, but you don't actually see what's chasing you until the very end, and that is the Slender Man. So basically, you're in a forest alone with a flashlight, and your goal is to collect these 8 pages. Now, your first page is almost right directly in front of you. You can't miss it. And usually the Slender Man... Sorry, Jocelyn.
I would just like to jump in at this point and say I saw it and purposely didn't pick it up because I didn't want the game to get any more scary. So I looked at it, I saw it on the tree, and I'm like, no. And I walked the other way.
And I believe I turned off all the lights in the house, and as soon as I saw how dark that was, I'm like, nope, no way. And I was on the main menu, and Jocelyn's like, this game can't be scary.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be scary. And that's the thing, is that, and I'm not making fun of you, Jocelyn, I can see that. Like, games, scary, it doesn't make much sense to me either, you know? It's like, you never really see it that way, but this game is just, all it does is try to get in your head and be scary.
And it was terrifying. I think I lasted about 5 minutes, maybe.
Feels like forever, though.
It really, really does. Like, I haven't checked because we streamed all of this. We should probably say we streamed all of this on our various Twitch accounts, but we were all in the same vent server. So as we were streaming, different people were saying different things about their various games, and it mind fucks you.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's messed up, and it's just like, I'm going through and I'm hearing like everybody else getting stalked by this crazy creepy guy, and there's no instructions, it just throws you right in, and it's just like you get little bits and pieces from everybody else, but like you don't really know what's going on.
And then Bob disappeared for a good 10 minutes too.
Yeah,
which creeped us all out.
He left his game running.
It's creepy.
You know, and we should all make a point of going and saving those videos on our Twitch account so people could check those out, because we did play this at 1:30 Eastern, and we could probably say, like, Jocelyn, can you see how many people are watching the video right now?
1.
Okay, so 1. I think Lou's watching. Lou, the other person who's participating, which really we should have pulled him in, because I mean, if it's just the 4 of us, right? We should be strong. We're a team. We're all talking about how long we think we're gonna make it, and
I got about Jocelyn, 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. Now, okay, how much longer do we have to actually play? Not necessarily how long do we think, but how long do we have to go to get to our 24 hours? Jocelyn, what do you think?
5 hours. 5 hours left.
5 hours, yeah. And Rick, you started late, but you've been up for more than 20
I started
hours.
late because I had to work first.
Yeah.
So
how many hours are left in your 24 of gaming?
I should be going another 7, because I didn't start till 11, but I started work at 2:30.
And there's Lou. Hi, Lou.
Hello. We felt like we were leaving you out, so we said, hey, there's just 4 of us left, so we should be forming a strong bond. That's what that is right there.
Yeah.
Or there, strong.
No more energy drinks for Ryan.
I haven't had any yet.
That's terrifying.
I know. Like I said, when I do have one, I'm probably gonna have one in the next hour or so, just to get me over that hump. But
which actually might be what I'm experiencing right now, is that final push, because I was saving my energy drink until like I was thinking 4 or 5 a.m. I was gonna need it. But I don't know if it's gonna help or if it's just I don't know. It might just make me sick.
Yeah, and again, like if you make yourself feel sick, the last thing you want to do is stay up. So I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to, like I said, support each other. We don't necessarily have to all play the same game, but we got to get in that vent. We just gotta talk it out, man. Talk it out, and then when you get that energy back a little bit, pop that energy drink, and then you won't feel sick.
I took my 5-hour energy like an hour ago.
Lou looks like he's sleeping.
And it's not gonna help.
I think my prediction is Ryan may be the only one to make it.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's because
everyone else looks like they're already sleeping.
Well, I think what I've got going for me is that I've got an empty bed in there. I'm sure if Ashley was in there sleeping, I'd be like, man, I just want to go to bed.
Oh my god, as soon as Joel went to bed, I was just like, alright, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about. I was trying to get a hold of Jocelyn. I was like, I can't get her in the chat room. I can't get her on Twitter.
Yeah, we thought you were sleeping.
No, not sleeping. I can't sit in front of my PC anymore, so I just literally stood up and went out into the living room, and I was like, I've been trying everything. After Slender, I think that was the problem, is I played Slender. It freaked the shit out of me.
It drained you.
It totally did, because I was just like playing this game, my heart's racing, and then like I died and it was awful, and then everybody else was playing scary games and I was getting all caught up in that, and I was so scared I didn't even want to watch Bob stream. And so then like it stopped, and after that I was just like, my energy just went vroom, gone. I tried playing Bastion, I tried watching Ryan play Amnesia, I tried watching Joel play Mass Effect, I tried playing Castle Crashers, like, nothing's working. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do.
I don't know either. I mean, I was saying to the guys, like, I'm trying to figure out what game I want to play next, and, like, I'm so tired that, like, well, my mind is slipping, because this is the second segment I forgot to actually record, so now I gotta pull the audio from YouTube. And I hate doing that, because it's always like, what if YouTube fucks up, and then we lose out on a whole segment for the show? So I mean, I gotta. It's almost like I should always be recording. But I'm trying to decide what game to play next, and I think that's a dilemma we're all having.
I am playing Texas Hold'em on my Xbox right now, just because if I doze off in between hands, it's okay. The controller will vibrate and wake me up.
Ah. Lou, you look like you need a nap.
I'm yawning on camera right now.
It's okay, I already did it.
I did it several times. Rick, do you have Xbox, or you solely PCing it up?
Just PC. My Xbox, we only have a couple like Kinect games and stuff. Nothing.
There you go, Kinect. That'll keep you up.
Nothing to stream.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think, does anybody want to say anything else about how stupid it was to play scary games at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning? Because
I can tell you that Amnesia was freaky, but I don't think I had the same anticipation. Opposite of that. Like, nervousness and just, like, what's going to happen in terms of Slender. Whereas with Amnesia, it's like, you're just walking around, doing some stuff. Oh my god, a bookcase fell over. Ah, scary noises. But Slender is like, you know the premise of the game is that the Slender Man's coming after you. And like, we're in the chat room, and people are watching me play, and they can see my camera, and they can see behind me, and they're like, "What's that behind you, Brian?" Oh my god! And I'm pretty sure if you watch the stream, I like check behind me a bunch of times.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Probably watch Jocelyn yawn. That'll keep me up.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, I think that pretty much does it for this check-in of the Gamers Inn.
We'll see if any of us make it to one at the end.
Yeah.
Really.
The last check-in's gonna be Ryan, the sole survivor.
I don't know. We'll
All right, so we thank everybody for donating to our Extra Life campaign. I actually got my $1, so I'm all the way up at $500 raised, and I'm very excited about that because it is 250% of my goal. So thanks everyone that donated. I'm doing my best to go the full 24, guys. And so yeah, I think that's it. One more check-in. One more. Bye.
5 hours from now. Bye.
Oh yeah, 5 hours. I think it'll be earlier than that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Gamers Inn. This is our final check-in for our Extra Life campaign 2012. It's just me and Ryan now. We lost some good men along the way, but we're here. One out of the two of us made it. I'll give you a hint. It was Ryan. So first off, kudos Ryan for making it all the way through the 24 hours.
Oh, thank you. I wouldn't have been able to do it without
Lou?
Lou, thank you. Busy Zombie Lord stayed up the whole 24 hours, and we were like, we were bros, and we were like, let's play Halo Reach, and we finished it. We beat it. The last thing we did is we watched the outro cinematic for Halo Reach on the stream, and it was like 5 to 9, and I'm like, if that's not a poetic way to end this thing, like, let's go to bed, guys. This is great.
That is actually fantastic. That's perfect. I'm so glad that we did all that streaming and stuff, but I've got to say, like, I think I could do 24 hours of video games if it was just, like, me sitting talking in chat and just gaming. I think I could do it. I found all of the tech stuff that we had to do, all the check-ins and stuff, and switching between my podcasting setup to my gaming setup. I found all of that exhausting, just absolutely exhausting. I don't know about you. Like, what did you think? I love doing the check-ins and giving everybody the updates, but I found, like, all the tech stuff. I almost wish I had a podcast computer and then my gaming computer.
Yeah, and I found the same thing, because what I had to do is when we switched from console to PC gaming back and forth, I had to lug my 15-pound computer from this area of the room to over there to the TV, and it got pretty painful near the end there. And every time we did a check-in, I had to, like, move my microphone and headphones from this computer to that computer. I do have a MacBook for podcasting, not gaming, but it was exhausting, but I had so much fun doing the check-ins and having people on and talking to people, and I think that's one of the main reasons I was able to stay up the full 24 hours, is just having the support of our team.
That's true. I found that the vent chat and stuff was really helpful. It got to a point where I was just like, okay, I don't want to talk to anybody anymore, although I think, because I ended up playing Mass Effect 3 way at like 5 o'clock in the morning to try to wake myself up, and I felt that if everybody had been around to do multiplayer at 5 o'clock in the morning, I think that would have kept me going. But also, like, all my neighbors are sleeping. Like, we live in an apartment, so we have, like, people on all sides of us. They're all sleeping. Joel had gone to bed, so I was trying to be quiet for him. So trying to keep my game volume down and my voice volume down while trying to stay awake at the same time, not happening. And, like, what actually ended up happening to me, because I just totally dropped off the radar, I'm so sorry. I was sitting there, I was like, okay, I am gonna, after we had our last check-in, when I was like, I'm done, and I was just like, okay, it's 5 a.m., I just have to make it to 10 a.m., that's only 5 more hours, I can do this. Like, gave myself a little pep talk. I had my energy drink, and I had my bag of Skittles, and I'm like, I just queued up Mass Effect, I started a new game, and just went hardcore male chef renegade, and I was like, yes, wake up. And I played for like 2 hours, I guess, because I crashed. I fell asleep with the controller in my hand on the couch.
No.
And that was like somewhere around 7 o'clock, because I remember looking at the clock thinking, it's 7 o'clock, it's not light out yet, but, you know, it's coming, you can do it. And then it was like, I don't even know what time, but it's somewhere around 10:30, and I woke up, and I was in bed. And I don't even remember going from the couch to bed. Like, my console was off, but, like, everything else, all the lights were still on. Like, it's like literally I had enough brain power to hit the Xbox button and walk to the bedroom. And I literally just went, boom, on the bed.
Yeah, you mentioned 7 a.m., and that was the time where Lou and I were like, do we want to do this? Do we want to? And then I'm like, you know what? 2 more hours, man.
Yeah.
And then we can say we did it. And I think, you know, I saw in your tweet you had your energy drink at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
How'd that go for you?
It was absolutely awful. Horrible, awful, terrible. It was like the one that I got, I should actually go get the can, but well, I won't now because we're doing a show and stuff. But I should have thought of that ahead of time. But brain not firing. So the one that I chose was like this healthy rock star one that was like blueberry and acacia berry and all the good stuff, and it's like no caffeine but all the same effects of caffeine. I don't even know what bullshit they were trying to feed me, but anyways, I tried to here we go because my awesome boyfriend is watching a stream, so this is the one I picked.
Right.
X-Durance version with 20 calories and blueberry and taurine and acacia stuff, whatever. So anyways, it tastes like ass. The absolute worst, gross, disgustingness ever. It's like aspartame meets fake blueberry meets this third flavor that I didn't even know what it was, mixed with Skittles.
Oh. Well, Jocelyn, the first thing you learn about healthy is that it tastes disgusting. I mean,
but that's the thing. It was like it was trying to be healthy, but at the same time, it was fake sugar sweetener flavor.
Right.
So it was just awful.
Yeah, I think I popped an energy drink around the same time, and I had a Monster, a green Monster, which are usually seen as disgusting. I bought a 4-pack, and really, like, I made it pretty good. Like, I probably didn't need to buy 4. I should have just bought 1. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went through it, and just like Rick was telling us, like, every sip just made you want to throw up. Because you're at that point where I was starting to get tired, and I'm like, oh, crap, I better start drinking it. And when you're tired, it tastes
It's too late.
You're already done for. And the energy drink didn't help me. It was just being able to chat with Lou and play the co-op game and just have that one level at a time. Every time we beat a level, we'd walk away from the computer to take a break.
I found that the energy drink did help me, but I think I only drank half of it because I couldn't stand the taste. And if I'd had, just because I like the taste of straight Red Bull, I don't mind that. So it tastes to me like those rocket candies, the ones that you get the little roll and they're like the kind of chalky, chewy sugar candies. Yeah,
right.
That's what Red Bull tastes like to me. So I don't mind the taste. Yeah, I don't mind the taste of Red Bull. But I was just like, oh, I'll try a Rockstar. Everybody talks about Rockstar Monster. I've had straight Red Bull, but this is a bigger can. It's better, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I had a Rage Quit Relief around, which are the old. There were these like, here it is right here. They're like wake up pills basically. Well,
right.
And they did it on the morning stream, and then they went under, and you can't buy them anymore. But they're great. They work awesome. They don't make you feel like crap right after. I had one at 11, and as you can see in our last check-in, I was doing great.
You were still good. Yeah, Rick and Lou was all right, but Rick and I were just toast.
Yeah, I actually got a tweet from Rick, and he apologized. I think he crashed at 4:30 because he disappeared.
Yeah,
like after that check-in,
same as me. Yeah.
And I think he ended up saying that he'd been up for like 26 hours already, and we don't blame him for going to bed because he worked and then came right here.
Yeah.
So.
No, don't blame him at all. But I felt pretty bad when I woke up and realized that I'd missed the last 2 hours, and I was just like, shit. So. I guess 3 hours actually, yeah, because it's 7 a.m. my time, which I was supposed to end my extra life at 10 a.m. my time, so I missed 3 hours. But I have made it up today. I've been watching Joel play Mass Effect, so he's going through Mass Effect 2 in that playthrough. So I've been kind of pseudo gaming. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and I really loved the community. And we should actually talk about the amount of money that we were able to raise. Ryan, why don't, as the captain of our team and the overall winner for most donations or highest quantity of donations.
Yes.
Or most money raised. I had the most people, but you had the most money raised. So why don't you tell us about how we did?
Well,
oh God, I shouldn't be talking right now.
Math is hard. Don't do it. Because I think you said you're running on 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm about the same. So our brains are still like, oh God, let me sleep. But our goal was $1,000, and we smashed that early on with a helpful donation from Doghouse Systems to you.
We did, yeah.
And I think at that point we all kind of assumed we'd hit 1,000. It's like, hey, let's go for 2,000, guys. And I think around like 3 p.m. we got a donation from an anonymous donor for $500 towards me, which did kick me up to that, which was weird. I mean, we talked about this on the check-in. Like, it came out of nowhere, and to think of who it would be is kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'll find out.
I would love to. I mean, and obviously we understand that it was an anonymous donation. So if whoever gave the $500 to the Gamers in Team and to Ryan, that is fantastic, and thank you so much. And if we would love to thank you in person, if you are willing to tell us who you are. And obviously we wouldn't release that because you want to be anonymous, but just Ryan and I would love to know for just to thank you face to face, because that blew our minds. Like it's the chat record and like just the streams that were happening at that time. Like we all just went like, oh my God, look at Ryan's page. Somebody donated this huge amount.
It was like NASA and they had a successful space launch. I think that's how it went across the world. We're all just like, we all danced.
Exactly.
But yeah, and we were very at the point at which we stopped streaming at 9 a.m. We were still sitting at 1,900.
51, yeah, because I remember thinking, we're $49 short of our like extra goal, of doubling what we thought we would do. So
exactly, and we said let's go for 2,000, and it wasn't looking very likely. And I at the end this morning actually, just so we could have the even 2,000, and I always donate because I always donate to the cause. It's the only charity I support, because any charity that's going to allow me to play games for 24 hours is A in my book. Even though I feel like shit right now, I'm still happy we did it. So I and Greg was $50 short of his goal, and he's lagging behind in the team. So I threw him the money, so he hit his goal, and we hit our 2,000. And I know Kevin Lemmel is expecting a donation from the hobby shop he was at, so he'll probably hit his goal as well, and that makes our whole team kind of hit their goal.
And that's what we should also mention, is that even though our marathon is currently done, like we've played our 24 hours, you can still go and donate to any one of the team members. I'm not quite sure when donations close. Ryan, do you know that?
I want to say November 1st, but I remember last year getting an email from the Extra Life people, and they said that even though the event's done, you can still take donations to a specific date. I don't know what that date is. It would have been...
Yeah, but the point is that as of right now, the donations are still open, so you can go and see that at bit.ly/TGI Extra Life, and I'll remember that off the top of my head at some point, I promise. And I've said it so many times the past 24 hours, it's just one of those things that's totally lost meaning.
Yeah.
But you can always go there and donate if you haven't had a chance to yet, and we will let you know on our website and through Twitter and on our show, which we will not be doing a show this week. This is our show for this week. We are going to smoosh all of the video check-ins together and have a super long Extra Life extravaganza episode. So, but yeah, we will definitely let everybody know when that date for donations to close is actually going to be.
Yeah. And I mean, really, if you watched any of our check-ins or listened, those were mini shows. We talked about what we played. We had guests on. To do another show would just sort of be like, on Extra Life, we did this. That's why we're talking now, even though Extra Life is sort of done with. But I got to ask Jocelyn, like, when do we start thinking about Extra Life 2013? Like, that's the real question.
I think Extra Life 2013 starts right now, Ryan.
Yes. Send your donation. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, and I mean, considering this is our first, well, not our first year playing or participating, a lot of our team members have done this before. But in terms of doing the whole streaming thing, I think this
making it an event was it was different. Actually, Joel and I were talking about just the really the effect it had on me in terms of like how I felt, and with my job being 12-hour shifts, and I had quite a few 12-hour shifts leading up to, like, I worked on Friday and then did the 24-hour thing, and then I work on Monday. So, and I think I have 3 12 hours in a row, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, like, I've been working so much, and the effect that it had on me physically was really, really tough yesterday. So we were kind of throwing the idea around here of maybe doing, like, a weekend instead of a day, and doing, like, 24 hours over the course of the weekend, and maybe doing, like, Friday night is Mass Effect night, and then we play, like, maybe even more than 24 hours. Maybe we do, like, Friday night and then, like, 12 hours Saturday, 12 hours Sunday, so it's kind of like 3 mini marathons. Or we could also do something along the lines of, like, maybe streaming and doing things over that entire weekend, but getting people like Greg in France and Lemmel in Australia, since we kind of have an international audience, have them do the streaming in the middle of the night, because then it's their day, right? So
right.
Then we have stuff going on 24 hours on our stream, but it's not maybe necessarily us, and it gives us a chance to kind of like to rest a little and not get to a place where it's unhealthy for us physically playing.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to do it, and like certainly October 20th, 2013 is a long ways away. And I was saying to Lou, it's like, yeah, actually 2013. When do we start thinking about it and not get disgusted by playing games for 24 hours? I mean, the cause is great, but it's like the guy who runs a track for 24 hours for charity isn't thinking about hitting that again, like. A day
well,
later.
and that's another point that like we were talking about with other people who do actual like marathons. Like I don't mean like marathon runners, but I mean people who just do like a 24-hour run for the cure, or you know, like the 10K, 20K, whatever runs. They're not necessarily running that 20K. They're part of a relay team. So it would be cool, I think, to apply that kind of relay idea to Extra Life. But I mean, that being said, I would do the 24-hour thing again too. I would maybe recruit more people to help us on the tech side of things, so that we just kind of have to sit down and talk and then go back to gaming or something. Because like I said, that I found was the most exhausting, was the switching everything over and the trying to make sure everything was working and troubleshooting tech issues in the middle of just trying to play games, you know?
Forgetting to record.
Yeah.
Forgetting, I'm pretty sure
that was totally synchronized head tilting.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
so
like
tired.
Even now I like had the wrong microphone set up for this, so I'm sure this first half I just sounded like ass.
Completely.
So even though I do sound like ass, my voice is leaving me, and I think I attribute that to. Hey, you know what? I got a question for you. What's your favorite moment of the Extra Life event? Like 24 hours. What's your favorite part?
Oh my god. Okay, so. I had a couple of favorite moments. I loved playing Torchlight 2 with Swick because it was a totally new game. I really enjoyed it. Playing things with Swick is so much fun. He's fantastic. So that was really good. I liked running the dungeon with the pandas because just running WoW dungeons for me is still so new. So it was a lot of fun. And we got to actually talk to someone who I talk to Twitter all the time. Quoted Nevermore on Twitter, Nevermore on Earthen Ring. She's part of AIE, and she is just fantastic. I love her. She's so nice and sweet, and just she left a birthday party early to come jump in the dungeon because we were short a person. Like, I can't say enough good stuff about her. So I got to actually talk to her, and that was a lot of fun. So that was a highlight for me. But what I've been posting this morning, once I woke up again, was for people who missed it at 2 a.m., and I'm actually kind of upset that my audio wasn't quite, like with the game being so quiet and the rest of my system audio being so quiet, my microphone was way too loud on the stream, and I didn't realize that, and the stream was so short that I didn't have time to correct it. But I played Slender with you, with everybody, and Ryan knows this, and I lasted in game for about 7 minutes. If you go to the 7-minute mark of the video, of the 10-minute video, you can see where I actually lose my shit. And but the video itself is 10 minutes long, so you get the audio from your streams and the vent chat, which is basically what we did is we played this super freaky game. I barely even move in the game. I'm so terrified. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was already exhausted. I turned all the lights off and then decided halfway through that was a bad idea. And it's just, it's not a multiplayer game, but with us all being in vent, we had people being at different points in the scary game, freaking everybody else out. So it was really, really fun. I've got quite a few retweets and mentions and stuff saying like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, watching me, because you can see my webcam up in the top corner and then the gameplay and you can hear the vent chat. It was really fun. So yeah. I think that was actually probably a highlight.
Yeah, and I believe all the people who were participating were streaming, so if you want to, like, I think I was on the main feed, and Rick and Bob are on their feeds. I actually watched through my video, and yeah, I was freaked out, but when it actually finished, it was more disappointment than anything, because I didn't get to see him. I didn't get that whole, what's that? Oh my god, it's the Slender Man, run away! You know, it was sort of just...
I didn't even have, like a, oh my god, there he is moment. I just got you can't really hear it in the stream, but what I got was the thumping, kind of, which I guess is supposed to be your heartbeat in your ears or something.
Sure.
And then the music kind of changes, and then I was just like, I was so freaked out that, like I said in our check-in, I didn't even pick up the note because everyone kept saying, oh, it gets scarier, oh, it gets worse. Like if you pick up the notes, then that, that's how the game builds. So I actually saw a note on a tree and walked away. I didn't even pick it up. I was like, screw that noise. I don't even want this to get any scarier. I need to acclimatize myself to this before I let it get worse. And if the game doesn't let you, if you don't pick up the notes, it doesn't matter. The guy is still coming after you. And I didn't realize that. So I didn't even see him in my game. Sorry, I forgot to switch the video. I didn't even see him in my game. It's just the sound and the ambiance totally changes. And then all of a sudden your flashlight starts to flicker and then your screen goes fuzzy. And then all of a sudden it's just like this thing. And I'm just like, it came up on my screen and it reminded me of some horror movie I saw. I think it was called White Noise or something. I don't even know. But I literally thought that some ghost thing was going to come out of my screen. I was that terrified. And I literally, I fly across the room in the video.
Oh.
I don't know if you... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you've actually watched it, Ryan.
Not yet.
Turn down the audio because, like I say, my microphone is really loud. But you can experience that right alongside me, and it's only 10 minutes. So, and like I say, if you just want to see me and my reaction, you only have to go to about the kind of 6 minute to 7 minute range, and that's where shit gets real.
Yeah, and I mean, damn, that's a scary game. I like I said, I think it evidently did. It lived up to the potential of the whole thing. But for me, I was freaked out for sure. But there wasn't that payoff. Right, where you jump across the room. I think I was just sort of I was playing Amnesia, and I was definitely scared. And I was playing Slender, and I was definitely scared. I looked behind me a couple times.
Watching your webcam was hilarious. Yeah. And I just kept thinking, I was like, this is totally a horror movie in the making. Because, Ryan's front door, you can see it in the stream right now, is right behind him. So it's just I could just picture at 3 a.m. the door slinging open and this, black-clad figure coming through the door and us just watching Ryan get horribly murdered.
Yeah, that would be awful, but great for the stream.
It would be excellent material.
Yeah, it would have been great to. I know no one's going to remember this next year, but if we did it again, it would have been great to plan it to have somebody walk in as the Slender Man and grab me and totally freak you guys out because I was the only one that knew what was going on. And
yeah,
I'd be all, oh my god! And then make I could do effects to make the screen go all.
Well, and we actually did have a moment that was kind of like that because we were all sitting in Vent and we were all playing this game and we were about 10 minutes in and all of a sudden Bob disappeared. He wasn't in Vent anymore. He wasn't, I don't know if he was streaming, or he was streaming, but he, I guess, had got up from his chair and for some reason had actually quit right out of Vent chat. So we all just look over at Bob's stream and he's literally gone. Yeah. We're just like, what is happening right now? Where did Bob go?
He was freaking out too, and he was playing in the dark. And like I said, you can go see his stream. He lasted the longest, mainly because he stepped away from the computer for 10 minutes. But we were at the end, we were all just kind of watching his stream and trying to help him. And he saw the Slender Man. You can actually see him a couple times. So that any other favorite moments, I guess?
Well, I really had fun, like I said, at 5 o'clock in the morning, starting my Renegade Shepherd. I'm actually going to keep playing. It got me back into Mass Effect 3 again, which is good. What else? God, I can't remember everything we did yesterday. Oh, I played Civ 5, which was fun, but not necessarily a highlight because I was looking forward to playing multiplayer, and then I didn't actually get to. It was just me playing Civ 5 for an hour. So an hour isn't enough to really get into any kind of game, so... For next year, I think what I'd do is I'd have a save game that gets through all the boring parts where you're settling everything and building up your armies, and then I just have Civ 5 War.
Right.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan? What were your favorite moments?
I did enjoy scary games and Torchlight for the same reasons. But there's a couple moments in the stream where I was freaking out, and it made sense to have the camera in the top right. We were playing Left 4 Dead. And it was sort of this staple throughout the rest of the night where somebody would say, don't give Ryan a Uzi because he's just going to waste ammo and kill everybody. And I was literally, spraying and praying and just closing my eyes and just killing stuff. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I definitely was freaking out, and I got a few tweets where people are like, yeah, the best thing about this is watching Ryan, just freak out while playing Left 4 Dead and definitely killing everybody. And there was a point at which Bob got to the safe room first, and he kept closing the door, and I got in, and Lou got in, but Rick got killed, and on the other side of the door, he's just being eaten by zombies. And I'm like, all we need to do is open the door and save him. And Bob's like, no, we're leaving him behind. And he died.
Terrible.
Yeah, Bob's a bit of a dick, but so yeah, that was a lot of fun. And another one is we played Mass Effect, and we were just having the worst time ever
Right.
trying to win. And
Yeah.
someone said, you know, if you win, I'll throw in an extra $10 on my donation. And we lost that match, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we are doing it again.
We are
and
not
we are winning.
stopping. And that's the thing. We used to complain a lot a few months ago about how not necessarily boring Mass Effect had gotten, but that multiplayer was getting too easy. Where, you know, originally we were having trouble getting extracted on bronze, and then it was like we would just pop in, do one bronze match, get an extraction under our belt, and move up to silver, and that was fine. And then we stopped even playing bronze because it was so easy. And we started just playing silver and getting silver extractions, no problem. And then we started playing gold. And, you know, I think I got maybe one gold extraction in all the gold matches that we played. But the point is, like, it was easy. And so we were kind of complaining, you know, it gets repetitive, it's easy. Well, they've introduced with this last multiplayer patch, which is still all free. All the multiplayer content is still free, which is amazing. But they introduced the new enemy, and they made everything harder. Like, we couldn't get extracted on bronze. Like, we kept dying on wave 10, which wouldn't have happened 2 months ago. And I don't know if it's a combination of them upping the difficulty again and the introduction of new enemies and the fact that we've kind of been out of it for a while. I don't know, Ryan, what do you think?
I think the main reason it switched over and we actually finally won is I'm convinced. I don't think there's proof out there, but I'm convinced if you're all level 20 on bronze, it makes it harder. Well, it's got a scale, right?
Yeah.
You know, and when you threw in your level 8,
Yeah.
or 13 or whatever, and it was all great until like 10. And we got through it, and then extraction was like, here's some, you know,
Yeah,
intro
that was funny
Cerberus
because,
stuff.
yeah, we were playing against Cerberus, and it was all assault troopers, and we were like, what is this? Where's the Atlas? Where's the, you know, the Phantoms? And I was sitting there in the extraction zone with my grenade launcher, just like, come on, bring it. I'm ready. I have 4 rockets right now. I will end you. And then nothing came, and I'm just like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned the WoW dungeon. I hadn't run Ragefire Chasm in probably over 3 years or 4 years, and they've totally changed it. And I am looking forward to doing dungeons with my panda as we continue. Like if we do get to Wailing Caverns level and so on and so forth. I know you guys have another leveling main people, so we'll see how that goes. And I actually did jump into WoW at like 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. before going back to Halo, and yeah, that didn't go over well. It was just like I was tired and I wanted to sleep. And I'm trying to. Is there anything we forgot, like that we did and are not giving any love? I think
that's pretty much it. I tried a few things around the 5 a.m. mark. Just before that last check-in, I tried Castle Crashers. I tried Bastion. I actually streamed about 10 minutes of Bastion and then gave up, and I've actually deleted the video because it's so boring. But yeah, I tried those two. I tried watching Joel play a little bit of Mass Effect just to give myself a break, but still keep the video game stuff going. What else? I feel like there's something else that I tried, and before that last check-in, I was so toast. I'm so glad that I picked up Mass Effect 3 and started a new playthrough, because, you know, the thing about Mass Effect 3 is it doesn't take long to throw you into the action. Like, there's maybe 4 minutes of cutscenes, and then it's just like, stuff's exploding, you have to escape. So
get the hell out of there, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So that I think I needed at 5 a.m. So
yeah, we were having a great time with Halo Reach, and I played from beginning to end co-op with Lou, and I was getting a couple achievements. That's always fun. I was looking at my achievements. I hadn't gotten achievements since 2010 when it came out, and now I'm getting achievements in just yesterday. And we were having a great time, and we were talking about like Reach, and I'm now fully prepped for Road to Halo 4, which is nice because we don't have to record for another 10 days.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think I've ever been this far ahead. So I think I'm going to do some multiplayer stuff to see that side of it as well.
One thing that I actually didn't get to do that I was thinking I was going to and that would be nice to do next year, and again, I found that we ran out of prime game time. It's like our prime game time is kind of first thing in the morning, so kind of 9 o'clock Eastern when we started, through till about midnight Eastern. You know, after that, people start to drop off, and we still had events and stuff going on, but it kind of, you know, after everyone in North America starts to go to bed, then, you know, we lose kind of our viewers and stuff. But what I liked the idea of was the role-playing game with choices and having the chat room make the choices. Because when I was playing Civ 5, I actually had a couple people in the chat room watching my stream, and I was like, okay, guys, like, what should I load up? Should I load up my military? Should I load up this? Like, who should I attack? And they were getting, like, interacting with me, and that was fun. So what I wanted to do through the night, actually, was play the Walking Dead games, because I hadn't played them yet. And I just never got around to it. We didn't have the people in the chat room to back it up, and I didn't really want to play Walking Dead by myself. I wanted that interaction to help keep me awake, so I found that that would be something that I would like to do maybe in kind of around the time that we did Mass Effect this year. That was kind of like our big event in our prime time slot. I think doing something like the role-playing input game would be really, really fun. It doesn't have to be Walking Dead, because obviously that'll be old this time next year. But, you know, there's always role-playing games with choices that come out, so I'm sure we can find something to stream. But that's something I think that we missed out on this year. And it's funny when you think, you know, 24 hours of video gaming and we ran out of time. Like, what?
Well, I mean, you said it. You nailed it right on the head, is that we have a 12-hour window where people are still around watching and playing. I think... and that is seen by the fact that, like, we were playing like at 8 in the morning here, and people are starting to jump back into chat and saying, "You guys are still going? Like, good for you guys!" Like, it's like I just woke up and I have my coffee here, and I'm and you guys are just sitting here playing video games for charity, right? Yeah. And next year, those primetime slots filled up quick because we had people who couldn't make it. Like Swick, we threw him right in the beginning, and next year, I think, well, obviously next year will be different, like you said. A whole different host of games that are going to be out. I can't even begin to imagine what we'll be playing. But yeah, it's hard to look forward to it, though, because it's like, I don't even want to play video games today. Even though I have the wrest of the day to myself, who am I kidding? I want to play, but...
I'm totally gonna play. I had so much fun with my Renegade Shepherd that I'm totally gonna play some more of that tonight for sure.
But no streaming.
No streaming.
Not for a bit. I mean, I guess that's what we should talk about in terms of streaming. Like, we're not gonna wait until Extra Life to do it again, right? Like we've this is sort of an experience. I mean, I put time, effort, and money into getting it all set up and stuff, and. I have some ideas for, that's something we've talked about on the show, like me playing old games that I've bought and haven't touched, and I think that would be great to just be like, this crappy game, bought it, and now I'm playing it, and like, let's all make fun of Ryan for buying this game and having never touched it, right?
Yeah.
And there'll be other things, like I'd like to do another like WoW Dungeon, like that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
But what do you think? Like you're streaming, you had some mixed reactions to streaming. What do you think? You gonna do it again before?
I enjoyed streaming, and I thought that like the Slender stuff was fun, and like I said, the Civ stuff with the feedback was fun. But yeah, I felt that at some point, especially when I was playing Bastion, I was just like, oh my god, whoever's watching this is gonna be so bored. Like it was my first time ever playing it. It was all the tutorial kind of stuff, and then I died a bunch of times because I was exhausted, and I was just like, I can't even like coordinate my fingers to do the WASD stuff, so I was just like falling off the edges, and I was just like, whoever's watching this, like no one's gonna want to watch this. So I think I enjoy streaming, but I want to be a little bit more conservative with my content, I guess, like selective, I guess, with what I stream. But definitely I will be streaming again. It was a lot of fun, and especially now I have the setup and the software and everything else. I'm going to pay for the software that I was using, the XSplit. It was really good. It was really easy to use. So it was literally like, just like sit down and then say game, overlay camera, and stream to Twitch, go. So with there's the audio level things that I still need to get used to, but I mean, it was fun. I think it went well for first experience.
Yeah, and you mentioned like you need to pick your content, and there's no point in setting it up if no one's watching or even wanting to go back and watch it afterwards. Like you said, Bastion is a year and a bit old, and
it was Summer of Arcade last year, so yeah, it's a year and a half.
Right. So I mean, maybe if we ever plan in advance, like a Mass Effect night, like we could stream it, and we could have like again all the voice chat and set up, and people can watch us play.
Well, and there was quite a lot of people in our chat room during Mass Effect, and there was a lot of feedback about the stream and stuff, and people were really getting into it, and like I was dying a lot and couldn't figure out why because I forgot to actually assign any of my points to my character. So when we finished the first round, I had 78 points to assign to my tech tree. So,
GIS Gamer down. GIS Gamer down.
GIS Gamers down. GIS Gamers down. It was just like constant in the chat room, them trying to help out, and I was just like, everybody knows GIS Gamers down. I get one-shotted in the face and I'm done.
Yeah, there's a couple memes that came out of this. Gamers in memes. That's one of them. Definitely Ryan with his Uzi is another one. Yeah. Bob. I don't know. Maybe there's other ones out there. Well, I'm gonna review the footage and. We're gonna push it to YouTube at some point. I think we just gotta connect those things, and we'll definitely trim the video so you're not wading through like an hour of prep.
We'll have to do like a highlight reel.
yeah, and we'll in the future, we'll get around to that at some point. So I'm just really looking forward to just going through that content and seeing what we got up there. So
agreed.
It's like 24 hours, man, of content.
Yes, that's so much. Well, I think that pretty much brings us to the end, the wrap up of our wrap up check-in. Yep. So, yeah, Brian, do you have anything else to say, or you good?
I don't know. I'm good, and yeah, nothing else.
Fantastic. So you can, I don't actually have my normal podcast spiel up because we don't have show notes for this if you guys haven't noticed. But you can find everything that we do at www.gamersinpodcast.com. All of our live stuff is /live, and you can still donate to our Extra Life page at bit.ly/TGI Extra Life. You can follow me on Twitter. I am at GISGamer. You can follow Ryan on Twitter. He is at RMurphy. And don't forget to follow the show at The Gamers Inn. I think that's pretty much it for this week. The usual thank yous go out to my brother and to Joel Duggan for our music and our logo, respectively. And I think that's pretty much it. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for supporting Extra Life. And we will see you in 10 days for Road to Halo 4. Is that right, Ryan?
Yes. Halo Reach, Halloween, around that time.
Fantastic. I'm excited. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.
I'm going back to bed.
I'm so going to bed.